Welcome back to the Missouri Southern Coaches Show, and we've got something a bit different for you this time around. As you can likely see, I'm joined by both Nathan Glades and Alex Curry, two seniors on this Missouri Southern roster gearing up for the final week of their collegiate careers here in Joplin. And this duo has been teammates well before arriving at MSSU, dating back to the days in Joplin youth football before going on to be first-team All-State selection as seniors at Joplin High. Guys, we'll talk about the UCO game in a bit, but first, I'm curious to hear more about both of your upbringings kind of here in the Joplin community before hitting the field for Southern. Nathan, I'll toss this one to you. Do you happen to remember the first time that you and Alex ever suited up together as teammates on the field?
I believe it was third grade red, and then from that point on, we've kind of always just played together and had that chemistry of offensive line and running back.
Absolutely. And Alex, for you, I mean, what sort of relationship were you two able to develop, not just as youth football players, but over the years now leading into college teammates?
And it kind of started before youth football. We went to the same elementary school, and we're good friends in elementary, and then it just kind of grew into a lifelong friendship. And then through football, we just got closer and closer with team events and doing all that stuff that comes with football. And it was it's just been a build up to what it is now and our relationship now. So.
Absolutely. And not to put you guys on the spot, is there any specific memories from youth football that maybe stand out to you guys?
Man, the first time we beat Webb City was pretty fun. I mean, it was a physical game, and he probably rushed for about 250 yards, and it was a lot of fun.
All righty, awesome. And the Southern staff actually provided us with some throwback photos of you two before your time as a Lion in the green and gold. And obviously after youth football came high school football, where the two of you were repping the Joplin Eagles. And seeing some of these photos roll through, you're going to see several of them go by. I mean, does it kind of make you think about how far the two of you have come? Nathan, we'll start with you on this one. How far have you guys come in this journey?
This is definitely something to see and watch. I've always loved Curry. He's always kind of just been that number one childhood best friend. We've lived, right next to each other our entire lives. So I would go run across the bridge. We'd spend the day together, play video games, whatnot, throw the ball. We'd definitely have those fights and stuff as friends or whatever. But looking at these pictures kind of just gives you a realization that football is more than just a game.
Absolutely. Maybe some friendly rivalries on Madden, college football, video games, stuff like that. Love to hear it. And Alex, for you, what is your reaction kind of just seeing some of these photos roll by?
Man, it brings back a lot of memories. Like high school especially. That was a big time in our life and kind of a cornerstone of our relationship and life in general. And it's crazy to see how far we've come, and it's kind of sad to see it coming to an end.
Absolutely, yeah. One final ride on Saturday, last home game at Fred G. Hughes. And again, I want to hear from both of you on this next one. Was there ever kind of a light bulb moment or a time you guys realized, hey, we could play this sport at the next level? And if so, what was it like realizing that you guys had the chance to continue your careers together at Missouri Southern? I'll start with you, Nathan, on this one.
I would say that's always kind of the goal. Now, granted, it kind of comes to a realization more in that junior to senior year of high school level. But I was always thinking, I love football, but it really hit me around that junior, senior year of I want to play college football. Now, granted, when I was growing up, I always watched the Arkansas. That's my team that I love watching. So my dad, he went to one of the Arkansas games, told me for the longest time that Joe Adams had a punt return touchdown, and he got the ball, but he is a lie. He didn't give me the ball. He just bought an Arkansas ball and then gave it to me, and then for that longest time, I always thought that was Joe Adams' ball. But like I said, it's just when we were playing together, we always talked about going to college as well, just playing. But we didn't necessarily discuss going to the same school. It kind of just happened just with how life and things play out.
Yeah, absolutely. And Alex, I know for you a little bit of a different path, transferring to Southern after 1 year at Southeast Missouri. So anything different from your perspective kind of on that whenever you first knew that you would be joining Nathan as teammates again?
Well, it's kind of a funny story because while I was at Southeast Missouri, I love that place. It was a fun environment, but I came down to a game one week and they were playing NSU, and Nate just kind of talked me into it, and I was like, man, it would be really cool to put on for the city, and come play with my brother. It has been my lifelong best friend. There'd be nothing better. And that's kind of when I made the decision. I was like, it's go time. Let's do it.
So Nathan, you were kind of playing recruiter a little bit for Alex.
You know, sometimes that happens when it comes to you got some friends that's still in college football and stuff. Yeah, I just remember being like, it'd be cool to have him back, just to be back in Joplin. You know, I'll always say nothing against like FCS or anything like that, but the MIAA is a pretty good conference in general. So I think it's #1. So if you're going to play football, I think that's where you should play ball.
Absolutely. I mean, the first thing I learned about the MIAA when I moved here for this job was it's the SEC of D2 essentially, and it has proven to be so. I mean, and throughout your time here at Missouri Southern, both of you guys have certainly made some impacts, been through some ups and downs, but when you look at the big picture, how do you think this program has evolved from the time that you first arrived, and what kind of impact do you want to leave for the generation of future Lions? Nathan, we'll start with you on this one.
What's crazy to think about is my first year, when I committed, there wasn't a head coach yet, and it was Coach Joe Batasso. And I love him because he's the DC, but I always loved talking to him and chopping it up with him. But he told me, you know, it's either going to be him or Coach Bradley. And, you know, Coach Bradley, he went to Joplin, went to, you know, played football there, came to Southern, played football as well. And he's done a great job of establishing the culture aspect. I remember the first time meeting him and just talking with him and then realizing that we're having to start from scratch. Like, it's not like you know, guys coming in, he's got these all-conference players, nothing like that. He had to come in and, like, there was well over 50 people that unfortunately had to be let go from the team. Like, that's just not something you see as a program where, you know, someone's got to make that complete restart for a program and try and rebuild, get the characters that you want as well as the ball players and the athletes as well. So
definitely, yeah, and it seems like this program from kind of your first year, even from 2024 to 2025, this program has really taken a ton of steps forward and the future is looking bright. Alrighty, folks, we're going to take a quick break right now, but when we come back, I'll once again be joined by Nathan and Alex to talk some ball and look ahead or look back to the UCO game. Stay tuned.